So-called honor killings still occur in Turkey, with the victims women accused by men of having brought dishonor on a family. Hundreds are killed each year for forming relationships, seeking divorce, or even because they are victims of sexual assaults and rapes. Despite stiff penalties, the barbaric criminal custom against women continues, as RT's Olga Masalkova now reports.
Diyarbakir, where honor means more than life, is a predominantly Kurdish area in the southeast Turkey. These stones behind the main cemetery mark graves. They are uncared for and virtually forgotten. The cemetery director says they contain the bodies of girls and women murdered by the men in their families, victims of so-called honor killings which have rocked Turkish society. According to government figures, only last year more than 200 women and girls were killed in Turkey in the name of honor.
In this grave is the body of a 35-year-old mother, Aysegül Alpaslan. She was stabbed to death by her husband. The municipality and the Women's Foundation buried her. And even though her husband is now in jail, she is still seen as a dishonor to her family, and nobody visits her grave.
Aysegül was killed after being suspected of having an affair with another man. Her husband stabbed her with a knife more than a dozen times in front of her 5 children. In Turkey, it's not only a woman's infidelity that's considered to be a dishonor. Girls have been killed for being raped, disobeying their husband, or simply talking to a man in the street who is not a family member.
There are many different cases, and also all the tribes have their own rules. And if a woman doesn't obey the rules, then she may deserve to be killed. For example, in the Urfa region, a girl was killed because she went to the cinema.
Elfa has been on the run for 8 years. She had to leave her 2 small children behind, and she is still scared for her life. She says her husband was beating her, so she told him she wanted to divorce. When the family found out, they vowed to kill her because they consider divorce to be a dishonor.
I heard my father and mother-in-law talking about me, and they were planning to kill me. They were talking about cutting me into pieces and then telling my family that I ran away with another man.
Metin Sumer is from a well-known Kurdish family with more than 3,000 members. He has a wife and 2 children and is now considering marrying a second wife. He says he condemns violence.
We are more moderate. If a woman has cheated, first we'll investigate. And then if it's true, the conclusion will not be death, we will just handicap the woman.
But his younger brother thinks differently.
If my wife betrays me, I will kill her.
He says only blood can wipe away dishonor. And if a man refuses to kill, then he will be isolated by the community and eventually he'll have to leave.
The men live in this area for their honor and honor of their family. And even if the punishment is death, men would still do it.
Honor killings have been outlawed since Turkey began trying to join the EU. Since then, a new phenomenon has emerged, the honor suicide, where women are forced to take their own lives rather than have the man imprisoned. Olga Masalkova, RT, Diyarbakir.